Hello, my name is Kolo, and welcome back to the final episode review of Season 1 of the Spice and Wolf remake. It's been a crazy 25 weeks for me, specifically, reviewing every episode, talking about the episode in the comments with some of you. All around, it's been a great experience for me. But let's actually get on to the review. So, episode 25, this last episode covers the last chapter of Volume 4 and chapters 42 and 43 of the manga. Okay then, starting off the episode, we come back to Lawrence, Holo, Evan, and Elsa coming back to the church through the secret tunnel. Then the opening plays for the last time. They then get to the front of the church and all four of them look outside the window to see what's happening. And Holo being able to listen in does help them quite a bit here to understand the whole situation going on. So then they reaffirm their plan and they finally go outside of the church. And the Pope kind of mocks Elsa, asking if she was guilty enough to come back here. Also claiming the curse that the people of Terrio aren't affected by, talking about the wheat and the Redelius fire, claiming that this is all because of True Yayo. So then after they talk a little bit, Evan and Holo get to setting up the plan, or setting up the miracle in this case. Also, while Evan and Holo are setting up the miracle, Elsa says that she believes that True Yayo is one of God's miracles, and by doing that, she neither confirmed or denied True Yayo, which helps out this situation considerably. So then after all their talking, we see that the wheat starts to grow. All of the wheat, in fact. I like the way it's animated too. Actually, I can't tell if this is animated or CG or not, but it looks good either way. And by seeing this, some of the people from Enberg claim that this is definitely a miracle. And by Holo growing all this wheat, we finally get to see which carts are infected with the Redelius fire. Now that the miracle has taken place, Elsa wants the Pope to confirm that this isn't an act of the devil, that being by blessing the chalice, and then Evan would go collect all the wheat from the ones that weren't poisoned and drink from it. And after they've confirmed that, Evan goes to the poisonous wheat, and Elsa then backs the Pope into a corner, saying that if her miracle is false, then he should be able to demonstrate a true one by drinking out of the chalice with the poisonous wheat. He of course folds and declares that this was a true miracle, also saying that the church here is legitimate. And with a sigh of relief, Elsa then thanks God. Holo then brings up to Lawrence that he looks envious, but he's envious for a reason she doesn't expect, because they worked behind the scenes this time. And then Lawrence finally puts on his merchant face to then take care of the business end of this miracle. Holo says that Lawrence might actually be a wolf with that smile of his. So after that, Lawrence walks up to Riendot. He then wants them to settle the matter of money. Lawrence first starts the conversation off with him wanting Riendot to keep the wheat, but he refuses this because somebody has already died, and his reputation is already in the ground. Lawrence looks at Holo while he is speaking to confirm that he's lying about something. And when asking what the price would be for the returned wheat, Riendot says it would be about the same, but then the baker gets mad at him for this, forcing him to lower the price. Lawrence then butts in, suggesting that if another miracle would happen, it would be pretty bad for him, also backing him into a corner by almost revealing that they were the ones that poisoned the wheat, and he folds. This POV shot is kind of cool, getting to see what Riendot is seeing. And during all this, Lawrence is smiling, knowing that he got the better of him. I know he's enjoying this. Lawrence then asks Riendot if he wants to buy back the wheat he's returned. He says no, but the people from Terrio don't have the cash on hand to pay for the returned wheat. So then Lawrence proposes something by asking Riendot to persuade the bishop to allow the village to sell wheat under his name. Riendot doesn't think this is a good idea, because selling the wheat to anyone else would probably be difficult. Riendot thinks that Lawrence might be wanting to make bread with the wheat. He has another idea, also suggesting that they should dissolve the contract with Father Friends. The villagers of course get mad about this, but Lawrence fights back, saying that as long as that contract still exists, Enbert will continue to present them. He puts this to Riendot too, with this extremely scary smile. Lawrence suggests that he makes a new business idea for Terrio, with the help of the bishop and Riendot, this solution having to do with the baker. Lawrence also brings up some ingredients he wants the baker to prepare. Holo says that this proposal is probably going to result in something delicious, and she was right on the mark with that. Business proposal was making cookies with the wheat, and with them making cookies, the village of Terrio would be able to sell all the wheat. Now, I do think this solution is kind of easy because I don't think just selling the cookies would solve all their money problems. But I do like the foreshadowing they did when Lawrence was talking about the cookies when all four of them were eating at this table in one of the previous episodes. Lawrence also says that they're common in the south and that they're unknown here in the north. They actually have a flashback to when Lawrence was talking about it. But even if something goes wrong with the cookies and selling them, they've already made a profit-sharing contract with the bishop and Riendot. So then after all this business talk is done, Lawrence suggests that they should leave soon. Evan also says that he's being chosen to take care of the negotiations with Enbert. So as Lawrence and Holo are about to leave, she brings up again of that question she was pondering about Father Franz and how that she believes he wanted to confirm the existence of pagan gods, just like Lawrence did to confirm the existence of God. This is why she also thinks that it's wrong for Enbert and its church to refute the existence of Trieo. Elsa also makes a little jab at Holo, saying that if she could make miracles, then God could easily create all the living things in this world. Holo is pretty surprised by this. I don't actually remember this taking place in the light novel. Yeah, just check, this isn't in the light novel. I really like this little jab Elsa did at Holo. It kind of shows that she's grown, and I'm glad to see Holo is happy about that too. I guess Lawrence is too. And as Holo and Lawrence are leaving, we see Elsa and Evan with sad looks on their faces. Lawrence then says that travelers don't leave behind regrets, but good memories, and they both wave back happily, which forces everybody in the village to wave back also, now looking happy, with no regrets. This looks beautiful too. This is a great way to tie up an arc. And Elsa prays one last time. And as soon as they are out of the village, Holo and Lawrence start talking about what happened in Terrio, how they still made a profit, and that they truly faced calamity this time. Holo says that her hopes weren't fully met, but she gained enough, saying that it was worth all the effort. Holo then asks Lawrence where they're going next. Holo also has an interesting look on her face, confusing Lawrence for a little bit, but then he catches on, telling Holo that he's heard of a good business deal, but it would be out of the way. And while Lawrence is talking, we see Holo's tail swishing pretty happily. Holo exclaims that her travels with Lawrence will go even longer because of this, saying that it can't be helped, and that she can supposedly accompany him. She's being a bit of a tsundere here. She didn't really want to say it herself, but she wanted their travels to continue a little bit longer. But that's where the episode ends. Oh, before I get out my closing thoughts, let me go to the after credits scene. Holo is finished telling this story to her daughter. She of course wants to hear more, but her mother tells her that it's time for bed, even though she wants to hear more. Holo says that the secret to a good journey is to take your time and enjoy it. But then we see somebody come back home. Holo's daughter goes to welcome him, and she also says that she wants to hear more tomorrow. Holo also says that this story is far from finished anyway. And with that actually ends the episode. That tomorrow though, it might be a while for us, but season 2 was officially confirmed, so I hope we won't have to wait too long. But overall, for a final episode, this episode was really good. I love the way they handled this whole scene, especially this final part with Lawrence figuring out all the details of the business side of all this. It's been a crazy and interesting ride these last 25 episodes. I think they did very good with this remake, and I really can't wait to see more. Overall, what would I give the remake? I think I'd rank it somewhere around an 8.5 to a 9. I can say I really enjoyed this remake. And if I missed anything, just post it in the comments. I think I might make a follow-up video on full remake. But for now, I think that's going to be the end of today's final episode review. Thanks for watching the video, and tune in next time to see what happens next.